Welcome back to Bearded Peppers. Today we're just going to do a little seedling update. As you can see, we got a couple little sprouts going in all of my trays. Some are not coming along as quickly as I would hope, but I am also dealing with some super hots, and super hots can typically take a little bit longer to sprout than other ones. So this long cucumber one really took off. And then go over there. So yeah, pretty happy with the progress so far. It's only been it's probably been about 9 days, so there's still plenty of time for them to start. If some of them don't start, it's no big deal. It's still plenty early in the season for me to go ahead and plant some more. But like I said, with some of these super hots, I think this whole tray is super hots. This will probably take a lot longer. I saw that happen last time I tried to grow them. But yeah, not too bad. So I've already went ahead and updated Seedsio with these current sprouts that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how I update Seedsio, indicating that my seed has sprouted. So as you can see, this is my first tray that you saw in the video. And I did see that I had a couple new sprouts. So like I said, I had already indicated some of these seeds had sprouted. So I'm just going to go in real quick and update this with the new ones. So it looked like another Thai chili had went ahead and taken off. So I'm just going to hit the little seed right there. It says, yes, I want to do it. And you can see now it says my seed is sprouted. So I'm going to move over to the other one. It looks like the other Thai chili sprouted as well. And go ahead and track that it sprouted. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of my seed trays, and I will get back to you in a second. Okay, after looking at all the trays, it looks like I didn't have that much extra that needed to be updated. I had 2 Scotch bonnets right here and the one behind it that decided to sprout as well, and that was really it. So like I said, it's going to take a little time. You know, it's just one of those things, hit or miss. If some of them don't sprout, you know, I will go ahead and just add some more seeds to it, and hopefully it'll start out a little bit later in the garden, but that's okay with me. So what I'm going to do is just kind of give everybody a little spritz. Make sure the top of these is nice and moist. This one I'm a little worried about, but I think it'll be fine. If you can see that it looks like the seed husk is still on the plant. So what I'm going to try to do is just make sure it's super moist so that hopefully when it starts to grow up a little bit more, that'll just fall off. Because sometimes you have to go in there and manually take those off if it doesn't come up or come off on its own. This is my first year growing zucchini, and I'm very surprised. Like, that leaf is huge for a little seedling, so it's very interesting to see that. Okay, so now what I'll go ahead and do is go ahead and put all the plastic tops back on them, button it up, and we will go out to the garden to kind of go over my garden bed plans. So here's our current garden bed and the status of it. What we did is we started off by building these frames. They're a 3 foot by 10 feet wide. That matches the first set of raised beds that we did last season. So what we did is we just put these little supports, you know, spaced them every couple feet, and we laid down some 1-inch chicken wire. We went ahead and stapled them in as often as we could to kind of make a barrier around the whole thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this weed barrier. It's a really thick one. Actually, it's over here. It's the heavy duty weed barrier. Just picked it up at Home Depot. It was like 20 bucks. But then on top of the chicken wire, we went ahead and put all the weed barrier over that so that dirt doesn't just fall through, obviously. But that'll also help out with the drainage as well. So we just have to do that on the one last bed. I'm still debating if I want to put a second. I think it might be a good idea just to give it a little bit more stability and everything like that. But yeah, once we get this going, the next thing will be, well, actually the two next things. One, to make sure the sun matches up with what I remember from last year. I remember around, April or May, this section of my yard getting a lot of sun, like early, mid-morning. In the afternoon, it just dropped off. Last year, our other garden beds are over there. Last year, that didn't get any morning sun, but a lot of afternoon sun, so we always had to come out here and put some shade cloth up. So I'm hoping that I can get away from that by doing it over here. So one, hopefully the sun will shift in my favor, and that will be much appreciated. If not, we might have to move the beds to a different location. And then once we figure out that location, we're gonna have to fill up all the beds. I did a calculation for soil, just to get the soil in the beds alone. It's gonna be like 80 bags worth of soil. So it's going to be an expensive job, but it's a one-time investment, so be able to use that, just amend it every year. So I'm totally okay with that. I have looked up about getting dirt and stuff like that, but I do not have a truck, so it's kind of not an option for me. So just bag soil it is. So yeah, that's the update for this week. Thank you very much for watching.